Program for the Student Gradebook. A student gradebook is a database containing student names and student grades. A gradebook has the ability to let a teacher know how a student is doing overall in a class, as an example of overall class grade. The gradebook can also tell a teacher how well the class has done on a specific assignment, as in Quiz 1's class average. You're asked to write an application that will store 3 student names and the students' grades on 3 assignments. You're to process the array to display a class roster showing each student's grade for each assignment, but also the student's calculated overall grade. Display the overall class average for each of the 3 assignments. Example displays are shown. So you'll create one-dimensional array that will hold the 3 student names. So we'll have one array that's going to hold the 3 student names. Then you'll create a 2-dimensional array called grade that's going to hold the 3 test scores for each student. Okay, so that's 12 pieces of data. 3 grades for Mary, 3 grades for John, and 3 grades for Jasper. And if we look at how the display appears, it's really how it also appears in the arrays that we will create. So in the first one, you will ask the user to enter 3 student names. And then in the other array, you will ask for 3 of Mary's scores. You'll ask for Mary's score 1, score 2, score 3. Then you'll ask for John's score 1, score 2, score 3, and then Jasper's score 1, score 2, and score 3. You will write an algorithm to display the first table that you see. You can see I have 4 columns. First column are the student names from the array. Columns 2, 3, and 4 are the student grades that the user entered from the keyboard. Column 4 is the calculated average for each of the students' grades. So the 83% in that first location is the average of Mary's 3 scores, and then the next one is John's 3 scores. So similar to where we summed the series for the salesman in the lab, you need to find the sum of Mary's scores and then divide it by 3 to find her average. And so you'll create this 4th column. You don't need to store it in an array. You're just going to produce it and print it out as part of the table. Algorithm 2 will be for table 2, as we see down in the second display. And with column headers, what you're going to do is you're going to produce an output that is going to demonstrate the overall grade for a particular assessment. So instead of looking at just Mary, you're going to find the sum of the 3 test scores for that first grade and find the average. So the sum and the average of these 3 on the quiz will be that 82%. So grade 2 is going to be this quiz right here, and so on. So what we did in the first example to find the student average is we looked at the array in what we call a row major process, where we looked across the row to find the value for Mary. But what we can also do is we can look at it in a column major format. And what that's going to give us is the quiz average for the entire class. And then we will do the same for quiz 2 and quiz 3. You will display all of your values with a precision of 1 place value along with the percentage label. You need to include test data, just an example of what one of the 2 student scores might look like and what one of the grades would look like on a single assessment. This is good test data, so you can use this to test your algorithms to make sure that you're getting out the correct output.